Welcome to Jurisedge Academy's YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to discuss important case laws for the month of February 2022. This is part 2 of this video series. We have already made a part 1 for the cases in the first half of February 2022. Additionally, we also have videos for case laws for the month of January 2022. So you may check them out. I'll be linking them in the description box. So let's start this video and talk about the remaining important cases for the month of February. The first important case would be Kishore Madhukar Pinglikar versus Automotive Research Association. This is a 2-judge bench decision. It's not a very lengthy judgment, but it is an important case because it talks about the definition of state under Article 12, and it also discusses the important landmark cases which have laid down the tests which are used to determine that which body will fall under the definition of state as per Article 12 of the Indian Constitution. So in this case, the court basically held that presence of some elements of public duty or function would not by itself make the body state under Article 12. So it's a very important judgment because it does talk about a series of landmark cases, so it will be very relevant under constitutional law. The second important case is Apex Labs Private Limited versus Deputy Commissioner of Income Tax. Now again, this is a 2-judge bench decision. Now this is a case which will come under taxation law. Since taxation law is a part of CLAT PG syllabus, otherwise this case may not be as important for other LLM entrance exams, but because taxation is a part of CLAT PG, it is advisable that you go through this judgment and understand the brief of it and the provisions which are related to it, because it may be possible that even though they have not ever tested taxation law in the last 2 years since they have changed the syllabus, but we never know. So it's safe to actually read the judgment to cover taxation law and the recent cases under it. So in this case, basically the court held that pharmaceutical companies which are gifting freebies to doctors is prohibited by law, and this cannot be claimed as a deduction under Section 37(1) of the Income Tax Act. Coming to the third case law, that is Shri Babuji Raoji Shah versus S. Hussain Zaidi. Now this is a 2-judge bench decision. This is about the plea which requested that the movie Gangubai Kathiawadi should not be released in theatres. Now even though this case does talk about the Cinematograph Act and CBFC, but it is also relevant and important because it talks about the offence of defamation. So there will be some discussion on Article 19 of the Indian Constitution as well as provisions for defamation under the IPC. So this is why I would say this case is still relevant, although it's not a very lengthy judgment, but it will be relevant because it does talk about the defamation matters and how defamation has to be proved. And this is why in this case the court has made important observations on this particular aspect. Now before we move on to the next case, we have an announcement that CLAT PG 2022 open mark competition is being held on 13th March 2022 between 3 to 5 p.m. The registration is absolutely free. It is designed on the latest pattern, and there'll also be a detailed analysis of the mock available after the mock test, and there will be an all India ranking as well. So if you're interested in attempting this, particularly if you're preparing for CLAT PG or any other LLM entrance exam, you may do so by the link given in the description box. Coming to the last case for February 2022, we have Sunil Kumar Rai versus State of Bihar. In this case, the court was actually talking about a writ petition under Article 32, even though the matter was a lot detailed than this, but the court made some important observations with respect to Article 32 and the enforcement of fundamental rights. So in this case, the court has held that a delay by itself cannot be used to veto an action under Article 32 of the Constitution, particularly when it relates to the enforcement of a fundamental right. In this case, the court has also discussed other issues like compensation for the violation of fundamental rights. So this will be an important judgment because it does relate to fundamental rights and particularly their enforcement. So with this, we have come to the end of our video. This was a list of important cases for February 2022. Hope this helps. If you like this video, please like and share and subscribe to our YouTube channel.